Find product links below and hundreds more videos on my channel.
Hey guys, welcome back. So today I wanted to show something that I thought you guys would really like, even though it's not necessarily photography and filmmaking related. This is a very low-cost pair of wireless headphones, Bluetooth headphones, that can be used wired as well. And I really like these, and I've actually only had them for one day, and I'm reviewing them after only one day, because my intention of getting these was to take them apart as soon as I got them and use the speakers inside and the electronics inside for my own custom-built headphones project, which are specifically intended to be noise-reducing headphones. And this is a very fun and very low-cost way to make noise-reducing headphones. This is just made from some earmuffs intended for, like people who work with machinery and that kind of thing. So there's people online who have made this, and that's where I got the idea to just sort of make my own custom ones rather than buy some, and this actually works out cheaper and something that, personally I do prefer. So basically, I will have a video about this. You can see the links down below for the written information about this on my blog as well. And you should also have a look down there for the full information about this, because I'm sure I will have more information to add about it in the future, but it will be a little bit ruined by then, so I don't think I'll be able to make a video about it then, but I will post updates in that written review as well. But basically, this is very, very nice for the price. You'd actually pay about the same price for low-cost wired headphones. So to have a wireless set, which I got these because they had really surprisingly good reviews, considering the pretty negative reviews of, well, a lot of the time they're very mixed, negative and positive reviews of other wireless headphones. So I was impressed with the reviews, so that's why I got these. And let's go over what I like and don't like about these, and I'll try and keep this as quick as possible. So first of all, I have not used a lot of other Bluetooth headphones in the past, but as far as I understand, when you're using it with Bluetooth, you would generally expect the quality to be a bit lower, and that is generally what I found to be here. So basically I turned it on now. You saw it went red for a second, and then it went blue, and so once it's blue, it's connected. I'm guessing now that little bit of red means the battery's low or something. So let's connect this, and I'm just going to play one of my own videos. I'd love to be able to play some actual music and show you guys an example with some music, but obviously I can't because this is YouTube. And so these actually go surprisingly loud, especially when used through Bluetooth. And so for me, the uses of having loud headphones, actually, when you put these around your neck just like this, they sound really, really nice. It's just like walking around with a pair of speakers attached to you, but they actually sound very, very nice like that. It's gives a really nice sort of atmospheric music around you, and I actually really like that. Obviously, most of the time you'd want to wear these on your ears, and as I mentioned, my thing is I want noise reducing. That's for various reasons, for travel, for not hearing my loud neighbors and that sort of thing. So let me turn that off so you can hear me speak. So I will be just, taking these apart and using them in there, but having them wireless is great. And it does connect to the phone very, very nice and easily. You just go into the Bluetooth menu and press connect. And yeah, and it was really nice and easy to do. And you just hold down, I think it was the play button. And it does have a play button and an answer call button. I won't press those out right now because they'll start playing music. And it does have forward back buttons, which connects to whatever music you're playing as well, which is really, really nice. And it works with my Grooveshark app on the phone, so that when I'm listening to Grooveshark, which is what I use most of the time, then this skips tracks for me. And then if you hold this down, rather than just a quick sort of left or right press, then it will actually change the volume. And so I would have preferred, if it had its own volume buttons, but generally, because these two volumes are different, this volume controls the headphones, and this volume on the phone controls what you're sending to the headphones. So there's two different ones, and so it's not that one of these is controlling the other one's volume. It's just sort of a combination of both. So if you have both of them at maximum, it will be a total of much more. Meaning that you can actually set these to a lower amount and then just control the volume from the phone to make sure that it doesn't get too loud for your ears, which is which is actually a very nice way to do it. I like that. And now these do on occasion make a little bit of strange connection sounds when they're being used as Bluetooth. When they're being used with a wire, there's no problem like that. There's no sort of noise issues, but basically it just makes a random beep here and there. I think if it connects to the Bluetooth or something like that, then it makes a little beep. I also found that when it starts playing music, it sort of starts gradually if the music has been off for a second or two. So I don't know if you guys could hear that, but basically it started off quietly and then slowly sort of brought it up. And I don't find that very needed. I don't have that with any of my wired sets of headphones, so I don't really want it on a wireless set either. But it's just a very minor annoyance that basically when you start playing music, it sort of slowly fades up from a low volume. And now, considering the comfort of these, they are actually they're pretty all right for on-ear headphones, meaning they sit on your ear like this, not something that sits around your ear. Like, for example, these are very large XB700s from Sony, and these are circumaural, meaning they sit around your ear. And these are much more comfortable for me. I'm not a huge fan of on-ear headphones, but basically if these are putting too much pressure on your ears, then you can sort of bend them outwards. By the way, this sort of is nice to see that these are quite not, they don't seem to be very fragile. So basically you can just do this sort of thing, and so it sort of stretches them outwards a little bit, so they're not putting that much pressure on your ears, and makes it, a much more comfortable thing to wear. And I think that they come from the factory, they come with, quite a bit of pressure on your ears, because, they don't want it to fall off if you're buying this with the intention of doing sports or something. So they want it to be fairly tight. And so you can just, undo that tightness by doing that. And so this does have some nice comfy foam here. It's not the best I've seen, but it's actually one of the better ones. As an example of a better one, this is definitely better, but this is very expensive. It's around £65, and this is specifically intended to be a very, very, very comfortable headphone with a huge amount of really soft foam and stuff. But this is, similar. It's not the same, it's definitely not as good, but it's similar. It is very nice and soft. As an example of my old Skull Candies, not even close to being as good as this. They're just a bit, not great. And then this custom-made one is a little too stiff as well, because I actually just sewed some leather onto the soft material that was already there. But it's not too bad, because it's over the ear. It doesn't actually put any pressure on my ear, so even though it's slightly more stiff, it is actually, I still find this more comfortable than a soft thing on my ear. But again, it is down to how much pressure this is putting on your ear, so stretching it out should make it nice and comfortable. And now the wired connection here is a little strange. It's not very easy to actually get that to get anything to plug into there. And as an example, this cable won't fit because obviously, as you can see, there's a little ridge right next to the connection. And this cable won't fit. And so you basically just have to find a cable that does fit. So, for example, this little one, that fits just fine. The cable that came with this was absolutely awful. It broke within about a second of plugging it in. And so don't rely on the fact this comes with a cable. Buy your own cable. And so you can also, if you have a plastic cable, then you can also just sort of cut the plastic a little bit until it fits. So for example, this side, I cut the plastic so that it will fit into my phone while the case is on the phone. And then this side I cut so that it fits, as you can see, it's flat on one side. So this side I cut so that it fits into there. So with most cables, I have found that you can do that without damaging the cable. But obviously you might damage the cable if you do that. So if you're happy to do that carefully with a knife, then yeah, that can work. But most cables won't fit into that. You do need to find a small one or a plastic one that you can cut slightly. And so the audio quality from this, obviously that's a very important thing. The audio quality is, it's a very strange mix. Some genres don't sound that good and some actually sound fantastic. I found that really the thing here that is missing is a bit of bass, and I do love bass, so for me that's not an ideal thing, but I can just control that a little bit with the equalizer on the phone, but that isn't really ideal. Another thing is that I don't like that it flashes blue constantly, so I will, I'll just be putting some, well, this is probably going to be inside there, but if it's on the outside, then I'll just put some something to block out that light. You could easily just put a piece of tape on that or something, some gaffer tape or something. So the audio quality can sound great, it can sound not that great, and it's really just a mix of your preferences and what kind of music you like to listen to, and whether you're using the wired connection or not, because obviously the wired connection is going to have a higher quality audio. That is a much better connection. Bluetooth is not really the ideal thing to play audio through, and so with Bluetooth you can hear a little bit of little things in the background. Normally I hear well, in a few tracks I heard a little bit of distortion in a few different frequencies when using it via Bluetooth. Not anything that would, ruin the song completely, but just something very, very mild that I knew was from the compression of the Bluetooth connection, and not actually any issue with the wired connection, with the actual physical thing here, and not something that happened when it was connected via the wire. So via the wire it sounds, very decent. Now these are not headphones for someone who's an audio expert or an audio enthusiast even, I would say, because they're low-cost headphones. They sound pretty good for the price, but they're still low-cost headphones. So if you're expecting this to sound like a really expensive Sennheiser, then you're going to be disappointed. If you're expecting them to sound like something that's kind of nice to listen to and very convenient to have wireless features and that kind of thing for a low cost, then it's going to be pretty fun. And it's it's a nice set of headphones. I really enjoyed listening through these to my music today, and so I don't think it's something that you wouldn't enjoy, especially if you maybe change a few little things in music equalizer using your an app or whatever you're going to be using. And if you really, really want something that's super high quality, then I would say maybe spend a little bit more than this. But I don't know exactly what to recommend for other really good wireless headphones. There's obviously various reviews online, but I really liked these ones for the fact that they're wireless and very low cost. I would have liked to see that these fold, and these don't actually fold. They're like this, and that's pretty much as small as they'll go. So a lot of other ones will, they'll fold inwards to become slightly smaller, or sometimes they will fold, quite a bit smaller and become, really, really sort of compact compared to their original size. But these don't do that. Neither do my Sonys, and that was never really a problem. For me, any headphones that can sit around my neck fairly comfortably, pretty fine over there. So I hope that I've given all the information that you would have wanted to see and learn about in this video about these headphones. I will have links below to the article about this, and the article about this, and my reviews of these other two. I'm pretty sure I've reviewed this one and this one in previous videos a few years ago. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye!